right, so we have another box from CGC. Just arrived today, so we're gonna unbox these right now. Okay. Okay, so let's start right here. Advertisements. All right, so first one we have Amazing Spider-Man 233 Canadian price variant, 9.4. This one actually, I was a 9.4 and I had it unslabbed and pressed by them, and it came back exactly the same. And it says because there's a tiny bit of foxing on the spine. So I'm going to take a look at that a little bit later. So I was a little bit disappointed by this. So next we have Thor 337 Canadian price variant. This one came back a 9.2. We have another one, same thing, came back a 9.6. So all of these books were pressed by CGC. All right, so this one is actually a pretty big book. This is Transformers #1, the Canadian price variant, came back a 9.8. I actually thought this one had a very good chance of being a 9.9 because I could not find a flaw on the book. And it's centered so nicely, everything like that. So I'm going to take a close look at it later and see if there's any tiny little flaws or anything like that. This one too, I'm disappointed. I thought this one was a 9.8 because I couldn't find a flaw, and I had them press it just in case, and then it came back a 9.6. So I'm kind of disappointed in this one. This is Ghost Rider #1, the volume 2, and it's the second printing. All right, Booster Gold #1. This came back exactly what I thought it would because there is a color break spine stress. So I didn't think there was no way they could press that out. So it came back a 9.6 Canadian price variant. Next, we have Spectacular Spider-Man #64. This is a newsstand edition. It came back a 9.4. And it said the only grader's notes on this was there's a tiny bit of foxing on this as well, unfortunately. So this is an interesting one because this one was a 9.4 and I unslabbed it and sent it in and had them press it, and it came back a 9.6. So I think I'm pretty happy with that. X-Men 141. All right, so Punisher #1, Canadian price variant, came back at 9.0. It says that there is some soiling on the back cover, and I did not see that, so I am very curious to know where that is. I actually thought, I don't know if you can see that, I thought this would bring the grade down in the manufacturing, the whole corner is chipped away, but it didn't mention that in the grader's note, just about the soiling. All right, now we have Punisher #2, Canadian price variant. This one came back a 9.8. I thought that would be a 9.8. I also thought this one would be a 9.8, 9.6. I don't know why. I have to take a close look. Canadian price variant as well. This one I thought would come back a 9.6, so it came back a 9.4, so I'm a little bit disappointed as well. So I'm going to have to really take a close look at their pressing. I'm not too happy with the results so far. This is Canadian price variant as well. Then next we have Punisher number 5. So this one came back at 9.8. It's Canadian price variant as well. Okay, so next we have Wolverine number 1. Newsstand edition came back at 9.4. I thought it would be a 9.4 or 9.6. So I'll take a close look at that later as well. Okay, so these next 4 books were the biggest disappointments, I think, out of them all. So we have Marvel Team Up, number 141. These are all Canadian price variants. We have 4 of them. Came back a 9.2, another 9.2, another 9.2, and this one came back a 7.5. So I thought all of them would be probably about a 9.4. So I'm very, very disappointed in that. Next, we have Wolverine number 1. So this one, it had some fingerprints on the back of the book. So we sent it in to get cleaned and pressed, and it came back a 9.2 with grader's note saying the fingerprints are on the back. So I want to take a close look and see how come they couldn't get the fingerprints off, or if it had removed the ink or not. I'll take a close look. So disappointed in that one too. So Wolverine number 3, Canadian edition, 9.4. This one, it's pretty good because the black cover. I think this is what I thought it would come back at. This one too came back what I thought, 9.6. Wolverine number 4, Canadian price variant as well. So we have New Mutants number 1, Canadian price variant. This one came back at 9.2. I thought this one would come back at 9.4, so again, disappointed. This one thought would be a 9.4. It is a 9.4. Same thing, New Mutants number 1. And then we have Amazing Spider-Man 252. So this one is a Canadian price variant. It came back at 9.4. And we have one more, exactly the same. Amazing Spider-Man 252. Canadian price variant, it came back at 9.4. I thought they would be about 9.4, possibly a 9.6 if they were really good at pressing is what I thought. So I'm going to have to take a really close look at this, and I think if it's worth making a video about the results, I will, but that's the unboxing of our 25 books from CGC. Thank you very much.